Alrighty, what is going on? Happy Friday. Today is Friday, the 20th of September, and we're 2 days out. We're 2 days out from the second show. So, I figured why don't I do some steps? I'll give you a bit of a recap because the last time we spoke was actually last Saturday, so 6 days ago, when obviously we took out the show, the NBA overall bodybuilding, which to be honest, I'm kind of still on cloud nine about. And yeah, obviously super overwhelmed with the amount of support, etc. The show day video dropped last night, so I appreciate anyone that has watched it. If you haven't, go back and watch it. It means a lot to me, and it's good for a memory's sake to have that there, and something that I'll definitely go back and re-watch at points in time. Anyway, so give you a bit of a recap what we've done since the show. Sunday we went and trained D-volume legs. Monday we rested. Tuesday we trained D-volume push. Wednesday we trained D-volume pull. Yesterday was Thursday, we took off, had a rest day. Today we're going to go in for a D-volume push session. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're going to do a D-volume pull session, and then it'll be show day. So the rationale with the D-volume is probably because we needed it. We're 6 weeks into the training, 6 weeks. 6 weeks into the training block, and we needed that break. So implemented the D-volume, came at a good time in the fact that it's between shows. You don't want to go hell for leather, particularly when you got that short turnaround. So in terms of what we've done food-wise, we've been back at baseline. What that looked like was 300 carb on a non-training day and 350 on a training day, which is actually slightly above what my lowest had been previously, or before the first show, but kind of similar baseline level. 250 protein, 50 fat on a training day, 60 on a non-training. So moderate food, and something that keep me at a good level, doesn't flatten me out too much, if at all, keeps training performance still in a good spot. Today at 2 days out is the first time that we're actually increasing food. We added 50 carbs, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. We're doing 250 protein, 50 fat, 400 carb. So I might take you through some of my meals today on the training day, and who knows what tomorrow's going to look like. Obviously I'll send some stuff to AJ. I did my check-in videos this morning, which I might pop some clips up in now and show you just from my phone what we're looking like at, as I said, 2 days out. Obviously a bit of patchy tan, which have been using the Bondi sands, the tan remover, the foam. I've done it for the last 3 or 4 nights, just coated myself in that, trying to get it all off. You're not going to get 100% of it off, but I think we're in a pretty good spot. I'll shave and everything today, and then we're back in for another tan tomorrow afternoon. In terms of cardio, non-existent. In terms of fluids, we've just been running 8 litres a day. In terms of steps, we ran 10K a day up until yesterday, where we dropped to 7.5. Today will be 7.5 again, and tomorrow will probably be 5K, if anything. So legs are coming back to life, which is good. Obviously, after Saturday, we trained legs, and then they were inflamed and sore, and now that's sort of alleviating. Step count hasn't gone up significantly, no cardio, none of that. So I feel like we're in a good spot to take round 2 for the A and B show. In terms of what else to report, I think that's about it. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's a weird one. Like, I know in 2021 I did 4 shows in 4 weeks, which is fucking wild to think. But just going back into another peak, not as if it's a anti-climax, but last week it was very much a, like, I just needed to get the first show out the way, like dust off those cobwebs. Hadn't been on stage in 3 years, just to get back that feeling. and just, you know, the smell of the tan, the show day, all of that. Yeah, obviously a huge high off the back of all of that. But now we're just in amongst it. We're in the season and ready to go again. Then we have a week off, and then we'll have 2 shows in 2 weeks in Brisbane. So no doubt I'll document that. First one being the WNBF Australia, second one being NBA Nationals. Then we'll have a bit of a break, and then the big one. But that's all to come. But anyway, I'm going to knock out a few more steps, and then we're going to get into it, because I'm waiting for Olivia to get home, because she's gone to train actually before work. Then she'll come home, and then I'll go train whilst I drop her at work. So I just didn't want to get up that early, because I want to take check-in photos at a good hour, which is actually another thing. How good is it that it's light at 6:30 a.m. so I can take check-in photos? But anyway, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to finish some steps. Catch you in the next clip. You can see the steam coming. Got the 3 grams of salt going in. We've got 150 chicken, 85 rice, and we've got 20 grams of dark chocolate. Now, the controversial melted dark chocolate. Do you need to have a look at it? Can you see that melted?
Fucking gross.
Well, it's staring at the camera, but anyway, this is going to be my pre-meal. Then we're going to head to train. Olivia's behind the camera. As I alluded to, she went and trained.
Yeah.
How's the session?
Yeah, it was alright. It was busy, but that's okay.
We're 2 days out.
Yeah, we are.
Pre-meal. Maybe some clips for
Training.
Yeah, maybe some physique. Bit of pump and but anyway, I'm going to nail this, and we should head off in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okie dokie, the penultimate session before the second show of the year, the A&B show. So it is Friday, it's about 9:10 in the AM. We're about to go train some push. It's a D-volume session, so sort of as I touched on this morning, we're running D-volume this week for a few reasons, but yeah, it's good to give the body a break, refresh the body, and it's definitely needed, particularly as we lead into the next stretch of shows, prep, all of that. So whilst, you know, some people might have that goal of, you know, 1 or 2 shows, you know, this is really just the start of the season, hence why there's, you know, we're back on track as of straight after the show. You know, there's no post-workout or post-show feeds, or there wasn't any. Back on plan, and honestly, there was no even thought in my mind. It was back on plan, chicken, egg whites, veg, fucking back on it. And I love it. Yeah, so there might have been a little bit of water held from a bit extra sodium off on show day, purely around the pump ups and all of that, but obviously that dissipated quite quickly. Anyway, we're in for push today, D-volume. So like New-Tech shoulder press, Nautilus vertical press, back offsets only, so we'll give that a whirl. What else is there to report? I'm trying to think. I'm not sure there's much else to report. Maybe we can have some chats, further chats later in the video, because this might span over today, tomorrow. Yeah, it's just gonna be today and tomorrow, so 2 days out, 1 day out kind of vlog. And then obviously another show day video. So, with that being said, maybe some clips after this, some highlights, maybe some posing, see what we're looking like, get a pump, catch you in the new.
cut out a piece of me, and now I bleed internally. Left here without you, and it hurts for me to think about what life could possibly be like without you. I can't believe that you would have believed it. For your reasons, I lost, you know I didn't mean it. Now I see it, you run and repeat it, and I can't take it back. So in the past is where we'll leave it. So there you go, oh, can't make a wife out of her. Oh, I'll never find the words to say I'm sorry, but I'm scared to be alone. You cut out a piece of me.
All right, round 2 on this filming this clip because I just had someone come to the front door for a delivery. Anyway, meal number 2 about to go down post workout, all showered up now. What do we have? We've got 100 grams of cream of rice in the coconut vanilla flavor, and then we've got 55 grams of whey in the cinnamon. Can you see that? Cinnamon swirl flavor. Picked that up last night. I have had it before. Fucking banging delicious. I'm going to turn you around and show you. So often I have the cream of rice in a bit of a, cooked up cold, and then the sludge on top with some berries and stuff, but no berries here. And then I cook it warm and then mix in the whey and then cook it into a bit of a brownie texture. So if I get my spoon, it's almost like a little cake, and it's warm as well. This is going to be unreal. Anyway, I'm going to, it's about 11:30 in the AM. I've got some post-workout clips I'm going to flick to AJ, as well as the ones that I took this morning, and then he'll respond in a couple hours. I've got a few work bits to do. I've got some editing to do. I've got a new client program set up to sort out, and then go ahead and get a massage in a couple hours. But anyway, let's crack on. All right, so that delivery that was before was actually from something I won from the weekend, actually. So when you say bodybuilders don't win anything, they really don't, but I won a $100 gift card from the company Before You Speak, which I've used them in the past. It's sort of a coffee brand that has like little sachets. If you know, you know. I also won a $250 I say voucher, but to assist with the nationals, and for NBA it'll take off the entry fee, which will be nice. Considering I'm already going, it's going to be a good thing. But anyway, I got a $100 voucher from Before You Speak. I ordered it on Wednesday night, and it's only Friday, so I figured I would stock up, get a few bits and bobs. One of the first things I got, how cool is this? A Before You Speak mug. That's pretty cool. I like that. Might even make myself one now. Anyway, so there's that. What else did I get? I got a pack of 7 of the sachets of the what they call performance coffees in the caramel flavor. So a pack of 7 of those. I then got a pack of 30 of the OG performance coffee flavor. I actually had a sample of that yesterday, and it is quite yummy. And they're like 8 calories, right? And it's negligible. It has about 115 caffeine per one, but it has, what's it got in it? Like, it has like, they call it performance, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, if you want to know, go look up on their website. But that's pretty cool. And then a couple samples in here of the mocha and the unsweetened in sort of the other ones. They've got collagen and thermo blends and all that, and a little brochure to explain what's in all of them. Here we go. Performance coffee, which is sort of the big packs that I got. It's got MCT oil, green coffee bean, black pepper, stevia leaf, turmeric, Siberian ginseng. Ginseng? Anyway, I'm going to make one of those up now, which will be a little treat for the afternoon. But yeah, that's all. Alright, we're home. Gotta light the candle.
Sorry, that's me.
Gotta light the candle as well for the ambience.
Ambience, oh, okay.
Ambience.
Whatever.
Meal 4 is the same as meal 3 and the same as meal 1, kind of. 85 rice, 150 chicken with salt, except meal 3 had zucchini in it as well, so you didn't need to see that. Did go get a massage, hence maybe the line on my head.
Yeah, there is still a little bit.
Yeah, you can see it? Yep.
Maybe not here, but...
But I'm going to nail this. It's about 4 in the PM. I actually got feedback from the NBA show that I'm about to watch from the judge. It goes for like 7 minutes, so I might watch that and see what they're saying. Probably telling me that I need to get in better shape, so we'll see what they have to say. And then edit a bit of this vlog. Client set up, washing, chill. And we might catch you for the last meal later today. Yeah, anyway, that's it. Olivia's back in the vlog, so
yeah,
we're on. Alright, another week, another nail sesh.
Another salon.
Do I need to cut those?
No.
Okay.
Relax.
Showered, shaved. Replica of last week, just about. Obviously watched that MPA feedback from one of the judges. Did go for 7 minutes, so props to them. I kind of chopped it into sort of what can you do to improve for nationals, which is in 3 weeks.
And off season.
And off season. One of the main things, pretty much the synopsis was just get a bit sharper, which we already knew.
Already done?
Already done, yeah.
We'll see.
Well, already in better shape this week, I think. And then maybe there was a comment about getting in my poses quicker, but just for dramatic effect, take a little bit longer. And then off season, I don't know, she kind of contradicted herself and said that I needed bigger shoulders in the front, but not bigger shoulders in the back shots. Needed bigger legs, but I don't know. Nothing that me and AJ don't already know, so, but interesting and good to have. And good to have that kind of feedback coming in. But aside from that, it's a bit of a different. I was listening to Lozzie's video. Did you listen to this?
Haven't yet, no.
She was talking about sort of, I don't know, the first show of the season, you sort of count down the days, count down the weeks, and then once you hit that first show, you just roll into the rest of them. And you're just in the season. So we're in the season officially. So obviously
for another, how many weeks? 7 weeks?
It was 10.
No,
10,
more.
No,
9.
9.
Yeah.
It was 10 weeks between the first and the last.
Yeah.
So it's been a week since the first.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're well and truly in the season. But yeah, it's just a matter of refinement in between the shows. And actually, that's the one thing I was going to say, was that, you know, I'd ordinarily say I hate it when people say that they're not coming in 100% to the first show. But equally, you've got to understand that in terms of the specific athlete and relative to the season where they're at. It's as if like you're not going to come in 100% to a state show when you're going to do a national show in 3 weeks' time, are you? And therefore potentially not come in your best at the national show.
Gotta play the long game.
Gotta play the long game, especially when this.
When you've set yourself up for a long game.
Yeah, like I'm not going to be. I'm not going to get stage ready for the first. Oh, sorry, I am stage ready, but I'm not going to be 100% for the first show and try and hold that for 10 weeks because that ain't sustainable and would probably just shrivel into a ball of nothing. So we're at 90-95 for the first show, maybe a couple % better for Sunday, and we'll see how we go. Anyway, nails done.
Lost up.
I will, yeah, maybe we'll chat for
last meal. Yeah. Oh, I bit my tongue.
Chat for the last meal. We'll make that once this
dries. Yeah.
Alright, so the all important final meal. Oat bowl, cream of rice bowl. It's kind of like a replica of last week, just about. Got the cream of rice in 43 grams to be precise, 60 grams oats, 60 grams whey, 25 peanut butter, 20 grams dark chocolate, 100 raspberries, 100 blueberries, and salt on top. It's going to be a treat. Olivia's got Cinnamon Toast Crunch as well, which again...
He bought me some, so...
Bit of a US teaser when we go back, but I'm going to pop some salt on. What's the word?
Undoubtedly?
No.
No?
Devour.
And devour, sure.
And devour this. It's an absolute treat. It's nice and warm. It is also like after 7 o'clock, so I've slightly delayed this meal just so I can have it a little bit later in the night. And I got this to nail the 8 litres, and it'll be bedtime shortly. So with that being said, we'll round it out.
Out the day?
Yeah, the day. The day. I'm going to see you tomorrow for
1 day out and 10.
And the 10. See you tomorrow.
Peace.
Alright, happy 1 day out. Another excellent brew. So we woke up at 87 flat this morning, which is actually the same weight we were 1 day out last week, which was actually 8 days ago. So it's interesting to see, you know, start of the week, the trend come down and all of that. So we're looking good, we're feeling good. We've got the cream of rice cooking, we've got the rice cooking, we've got all of that prep for today. So today's POA is similar to yesterday, except we increased carbs by 50, decreased protein by 50. So 7 calories, 450 carb, 200 protein, 50 fat. So spread across the day. We're going to not have berries in the last meal, purely same as last week, purely for volume purposes. It's gone about 6 o'clock now. Olivia, you're
working?
Yep, can drop you at the station at 6:30. I'll take some check-in photos, so I might show you what that's looking like at 1 day out. Then we're going to go train some pool. Then we're going to hang out, and then we're going to get 10. So
yeah,
that's the POA. So I'm going to sip on this nice brew and just keep it cash, because I don't know, I feel like it's not as, I don't know.
Anticipation, is what you mean?
Anticipation isn't quite as much.
As high. It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, so we'll just keep it cash.
Just cruising.
Cruising. Alright, that is how we're looking at 1 day out. So you would have seen obviously some of those BTS behind the scenes of taking my check-in photos, and yeah, so that's how we're looking. We've just pulled up to the gym, we've had a pre-workout meal, we've had a pre-workout stimulants, we've had, or we're having, our pump subs. Anyway, the final session before the show, before the second show. So we're in for pull devolume session today, which is ordinarily the hyper extension session. No hypers today, so we'll just jump in straight into sort of the T-bar, Nautilus pull down, flex fitness row, D-handle row, preach curl, cable curl, rear delt. So I think that's 4 back movements, 2 bicep, 1 rear delt, so 7 movements. So it should be relatively short because it's D-volume, so back offsets only. It's going to be pretty minimal volume. You know, one thing I think about, you know, in terms of training, competing, all of that is, and I've probably touched on it in YouTube's previously, is I compete because I train, not the other way around. I don't train because I compete. You know, I would absolutely love to be going in there right now and fully sending it, but there's a time and place for everything. So, you know, like going in there and like taking sets to failure, getting fucking strong, lifting some serious weight, that's what gets me excited. Of course, the byproduct is presenting the physique on stage, by tanning up and jumping in my banana hammocks. Is that what they call it? Yeah, banana hammocks. And yeah, getting up on stage. So yeah, all I'm trying to say is I just fucking love training and can't wait for this next off season. Like, I'm just thinking about all the different things I want to be doing, which is a good place to be in, because often people will finish a prep and not even want to step foot in the gym because they're just so burnt out and not wanting to do it. But to be honest, I'm really enjoying training, and I'm hoping that over the next, so we are 9 weeks out from the last show. Today, tomorrow, I think it's a Saturday show. So yeah, 9 weeks out today from the last show of the season. We've also been dieting for 33 weeks. So I think it's a 42-week prep. That's right, because it was 32 weeks from the start of prep to the first show, so now it'll be 33. Anyway, where I'm getting to is I'm pretty, because obviously we've got this show, week off, a grand final weekend, and then 2 shows, and then we'll have whatever that works out to be, 5 or 6 weeks, 5 weeks between the 4th show and the last show. So I'm pretty excited for that block there. We're going to be getting some pretty good training in without trying to snap our shit up, because we hopefully will be going for a bit more fat loss during that phase, but we'll have to play it by ear. So I'm excited for that. I'm just excited for what's to come, to be honest, and the training and all of that. It gets me all giddy thinking about it. Get me under a fucking hack squat, which is actually on Monday, so in 2 days time we're back in for legs, and hopefully then get next weekend. I think it's scheduled that next Saturday, grand final day, I'm in for a full send leg session. Might film that for the YouTube, so it'll be the first, because I'll have, like, it'll be the first full send one in like 3 or 4 weeks, and between that I would have had 2 D volumes. So that's exciting. Like, that's what G's me up. But yeah, better not get too hyped. Anyway, let's go train some pull, get a good sesh, get a good pose in, post-workout posing in, and this is sort of a replica, give or take, of what tomorrow's going to look like in terms of timings and all of that, which we're going to run pretty similar to what we ran for the NBA show, except probably an hour delayed in terms of food and that first meal, because I'm going to be on stage about an hour later. The show started last week at 9. I was on by about 9:30. Tomorrow show starts at 10. I'll be on at about 10:30, 10:45. So I might just push that first meal back. But anyway, we'll talk to you about that tomorrow. Let's get in there. Have a great last sesh.
You cut out a piece of me, and now I bleed internally. Left hand without you, and it hurts for me to think about what life could possibly be like without you. I can't believe that you would have believed it. For your reasons, I lost, you know I didn't mean it. Now I see it, you run and repeat it, and I can't take it back. So in the past is where we'll leave it. So there you go, can't make a wife out of it. I'll never find the words to say I'm sorry, but I'm scared to be alone. You cut out a piece of me.
Alright, we're back home from training, showered up, all of that, so it's post-workout time and it's only like 10:30. So we've got cream of rice. Here's something I prepared earlier. I'm going to pop it in the microwave, like yesterday, make it into a bit of a cake consistency. I've actually got 120 cream of rice and 40 grams of whey, so obviously carbohydrates have gone up today, protein has gone down. So you'll notice that in some of my next few meals, protein is quite low in terms of it's actually only 100 grams, whereas sometimes it's been 200 in like actually the prep, and 150 more recently. But anyway, I actually ran out of the coconut vanilla cream of rice. As you can see, thankfully I've got a couple more tubs of chocolate and salted caramel on its way for next week, but I still had some supplement needs in the salted caramel flavour, which I topped up to get my 120 grams of cream of rice. I'm going to pop you. Yep, you can see me there. In terms of something else relevant is, I was obviously listening to the Bodybuilding and Bollocks podcast this morning, and something that Ben talks about a lot is that, you know, the moment you step off stage and you're not competing again for the season, like your prep for the next show actually starts then. So, you know, I almost think of that when I competed in 2021, like my prep actually started, yes, obviously we're not in a diet or deficit straight after the show, but, you know, you're prepping for the show straight away. And, you know, don't miss a beat across that journey, which, you know, is kind of what shows on stage. I will delve into it at another point in time, but, you know, when I think about it, during that off-season phase, I didn't miss meals, I didn't miss training sessions, I didn't miss cardio sessions. I was on point with everything. Yes, of course, there's going to be some flexibility and all of that at times, because naturally there needs to be. But ultimately, it's just like, that's when you put in the work in the off-season. That's when you're growing the muscle. Right now, I'm at a pinch maintaining. I'm certainly not growing muscle, that's for sure. So just a bit of food for thought for this peak week vlog. Anyway, I'm going to eat this post-workout, watch some NSP, and then I'm probably going to start prepping meals. Oh, there's the mic on. I'm going to start prepping meals for tomorrow for the show day. So might take you along, and also my sups and all of that, sodium, pump formulas and all of that, so I might take you through that as and when I get it prepared. Alrighty, so I might just quickly show you a bit of my supplement preparation for tomorrow. So in terms of my pump up formula, etc., so in this shaker, what do I have? I've got 25 grams of carbs from Holly Branch cyclic dextrin. I've also then got 5 grams of creatine, and then I've got, what do I've got? I've got 6 grams of glycerol. I will take a tub with me just in case I need more. I've got then, so 2 scoops is 14 grams, so I've got then 3 scoops, 21 grams worth of Amplify. So the key ingredients in here are citrulline, and arginine nitrate, as well as it's got some sodium as well in there as well. So that's, you know, what I did last week in terms of pump up. I've also got then 3 grams of salt, 2 of normal, 1 of low salt in here. So that'll be my pump up formula. But it's pretty straightforward. There's no crazy science to that. I don't need any additional carbohydrates backstage, like all those people that are backstage eating chips, lollies, I don't know, chocolate bars. It's just like, whatever you're eating 5 minutes before stage is gonna actually do fuck all. So what you do today is more important, which is why we're relevant carbing up today. In terms of sodium, I've got some additional little doggy bags here of 3 grams of salt split off. Can you see that? Yeah, there we go. So I'll pop those just in case we're needing some extra sodium. I've also then prepped a couple meals. I'll flip you around and show you what I've got happening here. So that'll be meal number 4 today. That'll be a couple meal. Those two are pre-stage, post-stage. Meal 3 for tomorrow. That'll be my next meal now. And there's my pump formulas, and there's some chicken that I've just cooked. A little doozy and a bit of a hiccup just before was that I was cooking my chicken on the Weber. There we go. I was cooking my chicken on the Weber and the gas bottle ran out, for fuck's sake. Halfway through cooking the chicken, so I had to unhook it, go up to the servo, get it replaced, but me bother. We had the time. So I'm gonna just pack up, organize myself, start packing my bag for tomorrow, and then I think we're probably just gonna head off. Got to pick Olivia up from work en route to the tan. Unfortunately, the tan is in Elwood. Elwood. For anyone that knows where I live, not close to Elwood. Anyway, me bother. I will probably catch you at some point, tan related, but yeah, we'll see you then. Alright, so we're officially in Elwood for the tan. Olivia's entered the chat.
Yeah.
Now, we need some, what's the word?
I don't know what you're about to say.
We need some
Input
on, if I was to say,
oh, goodness.
If I was to say we took the chockies, what would I mean?
I understand. I understood it immediately. I've just never heard it.
Comment down below if you know, if you were to say someone's taken the chockies, taken the chocolates, what would that mean? I need to know.
In what context is it allowed to be used in?
So that was the debate on the way here. So anyway, and then ironically they mentioned it when we were listening to a bit of the footy chat. But anyway, it's 2:30 now, so we're gonna duck in, get a tan. I'm a bit pale still, but should be tanned in the next clip.
Yeah.
Should we do one of the transitions again?
Sure.
And, oh sorry, before we do that, the John Jewett most muscular Olympia tops. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get tanned. Ooh, there we go. Bit more tanned, aren't we?
Yeah.
Livy's driving. We're about to hit Hoddle Street and Punt Road, and the footy starts in like 2 hours, so there could be a fair bit of traffic. Anyway, so last week was Liquid Sunrays. Great job, obviously. The tan looked spot on. Today's Bronze on. Bronze on tan? Bronzed. Who are the ones that are going to be the ones backstage at the AMB show. So I always go with the one that they're going to be there backstage. It's just so much easier as opposed to fucking around and getting your top coat done externally to the venue. Anyway, so base coat done today. Slight difference is that they're telling us to wash it off after leaving it on for 6 to 8 hours. So it's 3 p.m. now, so maybe 9 p.m. just before bed we'll quickly rinse it off and then go to bed, and then we'll get a top coat tomorrow morning. But I've got another meal, but I might wait till 4 o'clock when we get home. We should be home by 10 to 4, which the maps is telling us. And yeah, other than that, we're just chilling, get some aircon going so we don't sweat too much, but I'm actually not too bad. But yeah, just hopefully the traffic isn't too bad. You can still see the bruise, can't you? You can definitely see the bruise.
Yeah, sure, I didn't see that side. Oh yeah, it's a bit yellow.
You can definitely see the yellow. Anyway,
we didn't actually explain that, they don't know.
No, we didn't, but maybe we'll chat later about that.
Okay. Survive the night.
Let's survive the night. Anyway, that's it for now. Let's get home. All right, take 2. Some time has elapsed. It's now like almost 7:10. So it's a bit later in the evening, but it's good. We needed to take some time to chill out.
Chill out, zen.
And we needed a bit of a later night because it's we need to wash off the tan at like 8-9 p.m. So
9 p.m.
Yeah. Anyway, got an oat cream of rice bowl. Look at that. It's pretty hefty in terms of. I mean, it's not that big.
Yeah.
No berries, obviously. So we've got 60 oats, 70 cream of rice, 35 whey, 30 grams of peanut butter, 20 grams of dark chocolate, and then I've got my salt, which I'm going to pop on top now. So it's going to be an absolute treat. Might heat up in the microwave for a bit longer. Make it like a bit of a brownie, a bit of a cake. But we also, well, I wanted to get a backup canola spray. So for those that don't know, you canola spray your body.
It's the shine on stage.
And to ensure that there is some tomorrow, because I know the different tanners, we bought ourselves some, and I got it from a Coles delivery. My Uber Eats it from a Coles delivery. And what did the guy say when he dropped it off?
It was the sole item in the bag.
Yeah,
he
so
dropped it off. That's all he ordered. He dropped it off and said, "Enjoy." Not sure what his intentions were.
So yeah, what an odd purchase, just a thing of canola oil
On a Saturday night.
So yeah. But anyway, we're gonna nail this and watch the rest of the footy. It's in the 3rd quarter, so hopefully Brisbane win, but you'll know this when you're watching it anyway. I think it's going to round out the video. We could be upwards of 40 mins depending on how long this is, so as long as we get...
No, it was fun.
You couldn't see my doodle?
Nah. Oh, nah.
They look around and...
They look good. Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, round out here, we'll catch you for show day number 2.